I actually haven't seen this one. It says I watched it because I clicked on it, but I haven't seen this yet. I want to see this. Love this guy's videos so much. Picture swooshes. This video contains imagery that some viewers may find disturbing. Yeah, that's why we're here. Give me that good spook. Dude, it's Shrek. It's Shrek, bro. 26 months. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Rams.
26 months by.
Wait, bike. It's a bike. What we playing? We just played a shit ton of indie games. Mostly shit ones, but we had a few that were really, really good. But we've moved on to watching some scary videos before bed. This is probably gonna be the last video. I watched a video of Oos, and this is me showing a video of my favorite horror channel on YouTube, Nexpo. This is the disturbing art of AI. And I have not seen this yet. God, I love his videos. That cut is so good.
It's Tuesday night. Wildfires rage over West Coast California. CD Projekt Red announces DLC.
Yo, it is Tuesday night. You're right.
The furthest reaches of cyberspace.
How does he know?
An artist named Super Composite makes a discovery. She experiments with AI-driven art, made possible through inputting text prompts into machine learning systems like Stable Diffusion, DALL-E, and Midjourney. And like anything, at first, everything seems to be alright. Animals, landscapes, trees, the human form, the potential of AI-driven art is endless. And so she decides to push the boundaries of what this system can do, and inputs the following.
We've known each other many years, but this is the first time you ever came up with a concept.
The last name of Marlon Brando. A prompt that will surely test the absolute limits of the capability of artificial intelligence. Curiously, she enters a modifier, -1, also known as a negative prompt weight, which informs the AI that they're seeking a picture as conceptually far away from the prompt as possible. To be frank, it's an interesting thought experiment because it makes you wonder how exactly AI views the world and what it considers the opposite of everyday things to be. I mean, what do we consider the opposite of everyday things to be? If I asked you what the opposite of birds are, what would you say?
Fish. Final answer.
Super Composite sends off her prompt and lies in wait. The minutes tick by without much concern.
Rock.
Until, finally.
So this is like what is the opposite of Marlon Brando, basically, right? Yeah, what does that say? Oh, okay. What the
Innocuous,
fuck
yet
is this?
interesting that the opposite of Marlon Brando is perceived to be an abstract skyline. Written on it appears to be 2 words, Digita and Pentix, and in the background appears to be text on a white page.
Yo, this is fucking fascinating.
Curious,
Holy
she
shit.
ponders if the inverse of this photo would result in a picture of Marlon Brando. And so she inputs another prompt and sends it off into the vast unknown.
Yeah, but that entire picture was more than just those 2 words in the skyline, though. No, I haven't seen the newest episode of My Hero yet. Buddy of mine at work told me it was good, though. I haven't been spoiled. I'm just waiting to see what happens. Or I'm waiting to watch it, I'm trying to say. No boobs.
Before them were 4 images of a highly uncanny, older woman with severe rosacea on her cheeks.
What the
She bears
fuck?
prominent cheekbones, has dark-colored hair, and can be seen within a living room, in what appears to be a hospital, in a bathtub, and against a green wall with just one discernible word above her. L-O-A-B. Or lobe. Over the next few days, Super experiments with their creation, curious about why and how lobe exists.
What
She
the
eventually
fuck?
employs a method named AI image crossbreeding to combine one of Loeb's photos with a completely separate one that her friend created. However, instead of this combination resulting in Loeb's demise, or innocuous photos involving this tunnel, what comes to fruition is something a bit more grotesque.
Oh god. Oh god.
Through some
I'm
kind
spooked.
of emergent statistical accident, something about this woman is adjacent to extremely gory and macabre imagery and the distribution of the AI's world knowledge. Since Loeb was found using negative prompt weights, her gestalt is made from a collection of traits that are equally far away from something, but her combined traits are still a cohesive concept for the AI, and almost all descendant images contain a recognizable Loeb. In nearly every image, Loeb is distinct and embodies the physical manifestation of the repulsive and uncanny. This AI is somehow creating images that perfectly encapsulates what terrifies us, wrapped up in a myriad of situations like family portraits, loitering within an office building, looming over children like a reincarnation of Jesus Christ, and even standing by after what appears to be
Oh.
a murder by her own hand.
Oh, bro, I hate it.
But it doesn't stop there, as the correlation between Loeb and the idea of malformed, mutilated imagery was merely beginning to take root. The Angel Hallway plus Loeb also produced art with such copious gore that probably very few people want to see them, but here are 2.
What the
I don't feel comfortable posting the most disturbing ones. They're borderline images of dismembered, screaming children.
Jesus.
There's something moving to me about these grotesque scenes and the desperation, panic, and sadness that they convey. Again, these are produced with other images as inputs and no text. They're the result of crossbreeding of images of Loeb with pictures of other things. The images that result from crossing Loeb with other images can in turn be crossbred with other images. The
That's
AI
insane.
can latch onto the idea of Loeb so well that she can persist through generations of this type of crossbreeding, even without using the original image.
That's pretty cool, though.
From here, their journey down the Loeb rabbit hole continues. As referenced, her persistence in existing within each resulting photo is striking, and even when they try to get rid of her, to distort her out of existence, she remains in immensely uncomfortable scenarios.
Oh.
With a child clinging to the human form,
Oh.
locked in time as a clay statue, deformed by unknowable technology.
That's so wild. Do you guys get what this
Lurking.
is?
Watching from the dark.
Like this thing is
Trapped within a
like this concept is so weighted within this AI. So this is an AI generating these images, right? None of these images were produced by humans. AI is generating these images. They're generating these images based on machine learned like concepts of like what individual concepts are. And like certain different concepts have like different weights, I'm assuming. So like this one thing in this system is weighted so heavily towards repulsion, and maybe repulsion is weighed so heavily against like other like feelings or whatever, that when they're like crossbreeding these images to like see like, okay, well, what would you get if you marked this image with this image? Like you can't get rid of like this lobe phenomenon.
Stephen Gamble canvas, painstakingly out of place, abandoned as a lifeless child,
Holy
trapped
shit.
in the deep blue, and frozen in eternal pain. I was ripping Loeb apart and putting her back together. She's an emergent island in a latent space that we don't know how to locate with text queries. But for the AI, Loeb was an equally strong point of convergence as a verbal concept. The big lesson for me here with Loeb is that image prompting can essentially be used as your custom parameter to question the AI's form of thought. You can produce original styles and characters that you literally discover. Negative prompting can help you find emergent accidents, much like Loeb, too.
That's pretty cool.
This is largely where her thread ends. She claims that she'll update it with further pictures of Loeb as they're created, and that's a promise that's held true. To this day, they're still adding to it, and this thread in its
Pattern-seeking
entirety
brains.
serves as an interesting dive down a surreal...
Yeah, but I think it's our pattern-seeking brains that helps us exist, you know? And do anything with our lives outside of just like fucking falling over and dying. The world is too much information to like digest. We need patterns to simplify those. Nah, fuck that. I want a monkey. The world's too complicated. We need patterns to make things simple for us so that we don't have to digest as much. That's why like if you start a new job, it's always super stressful for the first like month or so. It's because you don't know the patterns yet. But then as you learn the patterns, things get easier and easier and easier because your brain autopilots most of it. Like right now, our brains autopilot most of life. That's why we're able to do it so easily as an adult. That's why as a kid, it's a lot fucking harder.
Uncanny and dreamlike rabbit hole regarding this undisclosed AI art generator and its bizarre affixation with this one specific face. As we can recall, the original prompt referenced the inverse of Marlon Brando, and the resulting image was nothing like any human would logically expect it to be. It was an abstract skyline. So how did this come from this?
Fuck. Guess something. Tell me what's up. September 20th, 2003. Grandma's pictures. Well, this is gonna be terrifying. Your wife is pregnant? Yo! My dude! Dude, that's so sick. Congrats. Did y'all just find... What the fuck is this shit? Let me not be watching this obscene shit. Yo, man, that's fucking awesome. Congratulations. Were y'all trying? Bro, Ramsey says a dad. Holy shit. You're gonna make a great dad, I think. What the fuck am I watching? Oh, is this Ecuador? Oh. It's like you never left. This is your grandma's pictures from Ecuador. Okay.
Why are AI creations so unsettling? What is it about these images that causes this inexplicable dread? The program I was utilizing to make this slideshow and throughout this entire video was Stable Diffusion, and in the process, I learned quite a few things about it. When you make your input too specific, you may happen upon exactly what you're looking for. The AI is, in a way, constrained by what you feed it. However, if you take away the specifics in your prompt and really allow it to spread its wings and create something for you, well,
Oh, fuck.
that's when things get interesting. Anomalies, much like Loeb, await, hidden away within the confines of something called latent space, or the medium in which AI recreates the features it's been fed.
Oh.
You may have seen other examples of this idea before, notably with a Twitter thread from June in which this person discovers what appears to be a demon after inputting a completely made-up word.
Krungus.
Krungus, they called it, which is pretty creepy and is even something you can discover yourself.
Krungus.
But it isn't just disturbing, off-putting creatures and faces that this system excels at, and the span of AI's weirdness isn't always as straightforward as entering a text prompt that we know will give us something scary. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite examples of artificial strangeness dates back years. So let's pause, and let's head back.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I've seen something. Don't jump scare me, Nexpo. Okay, thank you.
An anonymous programmer going by none other than the girl who talks to AI set out to create a simulation of the human brain by utilizing a system known as a Generative Adversarial Network, or GAN for short. GANs
this makes
essentially
sense.
become trained through machine learning to take in millions of existing stimuli in order to recreate an idea.
That makes sense.
In this case, the system was tasked with creating a face, and after prowling through millions of existing photos, it spit out this one.
Ah.
The programmer, however, had a curious idea. Since the AI's entire worldview is constrained by the sum of its inputs,
Don't tell anyone
what
quite
would
yet.
happen
We are
if
posting
they
it
were to
to
slowly forget
everyone at the
the
department.
very thing
I won't say anything to
it
anybody.
was trained for? And so, with the AI's neurons
I'll tell Megan, but
visualized
Megan
to the
won't tell
right,
anybody.
She shuts them off one by one until this face distorts into something completely unrecognizable.
And I'll wait till Dan tells me to tell Dan or for us to talk about it.
One until this face distorts into something completely unrecognizable.
Wait, what are they doing right here? I missed
The
it.
very thing. The programmer, however, had a curious idea. Since the AI's entire worldview is constrained by the sum of its inputs, what would happen if they were to slowly forget the very
Oh.
thing it was trained for? And so, with the AI's neurons visualized to the right, she shuts them off one by one until this face distorts into something completely unrecognizable.
Yo.
The parallels between synthetic deconstruction and afflictions of the human mind are clear, and this project serves as a curious looking glass into the realm of neuroscience and how we as individuals perceive life around us. The way that face slowly distorts into a faded memory, leaving the remaining neurons scrambling to fill the void, leaves us with an end result that is haunting. And to this day, this remains as one of the most fascinating AI curiosities that I have ever seen.
That is pretty fascinating. She still looks like Shrek, though. I'm glad I'm just filling my head with all these
Bo
scary
is an
images
eerie
right
case
before
study.
I go to sleep.
Someone that has successfully cemented herself in the online sphere. And while the reason behind her conception,
I feel like
and
this
why
is big brain
AI
shit.
somehow latched on to her oddly specific facial features and tied them to macabre, disturbing imagery is
Yeah,
currently
I
unclear.
know what you mean. It's-
What is certain is that her persistence has left us with an interesting revelation. We know that AI knows how to create subjectively beautiful synthetic art through mere text prompts, generating some of the most striking examples of the sheer potential of modern technology. With that said, who's to say that it can't excel at the opposite? Relatively, the adoption and potential of synthetic art is merely beginning. And with the advent of Loeb freaking so many of us out, what else is hidden away within the vast abyss of AI? And how will this impact us when we find them?
Yo, that's fucking crazy, man. Oh, 10 out of 10 video as always. Telling you, I love this YouTuber, bro. This guy has the best fucking scary videos. Nexpo, for anybody curious. If you guys want his channel. Yeah, so he's got really, really good kind of like, I don't want to say random, but you know, kind of random videos. Like that video was kind of random, but at the same time, it was just so good, so well done, so interesting. He also has really good series on his channel, like Disturbing Things from Around the Internet. Might be one of my favorite series on the on YouTube. But yeah, it's all really well done.